Wow, this is quite a story, y'all. This is quite a story. This is in Mediaite. Florida man sustained injuries to his private area after crashing SUV into FedEx truck while receiving oral sex. Dude was getting roadhead, and he crashed. That's a shame. The infamous Florida man might have had one of his most epic misadventures ever Thursday evening in an accident that gives a whole new meaning to the term head-on crash. Let me pause there for a second. The whole thing about Florida man and haha he isn't that so funny? Aren't people in Florida so stupid? My understanding is that there's actually some sort of transparency law in Texas about police reports or something like that that makes it so you just get more information about crimes that are being committed or things that happened in Florida than almost any other state. And so it's actually unfair to do the whole Florida man, they're uniquely stupid or something in Florida. It's just they have more transparency with certain things. And so you're going to get the wacky stories like this, whereas other places might not have the same kind of transparency and you can't see the police reports or you don't know all the stories. So I just wanted to make that point real quick. I think it's a little unfair, the whole everybody in Florida is stupid. A man whose identity has not been released was driving an SUV in Fort Lauderdale and crashed head-on into a FedEx truck, apparently distracted by amorous attention from his female passenger. According to the local ABC affiliate, Local 10 News, the male driver and his female passenger were both discovered naked after a crash at North Ocean Boulevard and 19th Street around 6:49 p.m. At the time of the crash, the woman inside the SUV was performing oral sex on the male driver, according to Fort Lauderdale Fire Rescue, who responded to the scene. Jesus. The driver of the SUV sustained injuries to his private area due to what was going on at the time of the crash. Oh my God. Imagine your dick got bit off because you crashed while getting roadhead. Bruh. What? Now, that didn't happen. But look, everybody in the country should be pissed at this dude because he just made roadhead drop 35% around the country. If there were 100 people getting roadhead 2 days ago, after this story came out, today, it's 65 people. Because people are going to hear about this, and a bunch of people are going to be like, you know what? Maybe this shit is sort of dangerous. Roadhead is now off the table. So he's making it a worse situation for everybody. So he should have been a hell of a lot more careful. Now, I will say, it is enough of a punishment that he almost got his ding-a-ling bit off. That's enough pain, that's enough strife, that's enough unhappiness where I don't even support punishing him in any particular way, even though he crashed. The FedEx drivers in the other vehicle, they're okay, thankfully. So this is punishment enough, dog. Let it be. Let it be. Do we really want to make this a crime and enforce it? I don't know, man. I don't know. I wouldn't want to do a universal ban on roadhead. That seems a little too authoritarian to me. Where was I? A Local 10 reporter in a video clip posted on the outlet's website reported, as for what caused the crash, well, police say the female passenger was performing oral sex acts on the driver, causing him to lose control and hit this FedEx truck. The report also noted that it was unclear whether anyone would be facing charges related to the accident. Mediaite called the Fort Lauderdale Fire Rescue Media Relations Department and spoke to spokesman Stephen Golan, who provided a statement that the department had responded to a request for assistance at a two-vehicle accident at 1901 North blah, blah, blah. Upon arrival, crews observed two vehicles with heavy damage and 4 adults with various injuries, said Golan. The 2 adults in the SUV suffered severe but not life-threatening injuries. He continued, and the 2 adult males in the FedEx vehicle suffered minor injuries. All 4 people involved in the accident were transported to a local Broward Health Hospital location for further evaluation, said Golan. He did not have information on whether the various people were wearing seatbelts at the time of the accident, describing that as not a normal thing the fire department would have recorded in their standard reports. They say the fire department could confirm, Golan said, was the medical side, that injuries had occurred. Medical services were provided on the scene and whether anyone was transported to the hospital. He could not, however, confirm that any salacious extracurricular activities were or were not happening in the SUV, as Local 10's report had claimed. In regards to what they were doing in the vehicle, I have no idea, said Golan. I'm sorry, I just don't know where they got the rest of the information from. He added, saying he'd been trying to find out all day long where Local 10 had gotten their information, because that's not something that would normally be released by the office. So I don't know, he concluded. Good luck. An image from the accident scene appeared to show the two FedEx employees seated on the sidewalk near a utility pole, while first responders attended to the SUV driver and passenger. Contrary to Local 10's description of the couple as being discovered naked, the two appeared at least partially dressed, with the individual lying on the road wearing black underwear and pants gathered around the ankles. So that's this right here. He's got the pants around the ankles. Now, I don't know about you guys. I've been in some car accidents before. Never have my pants fallen off in the course of the accident. You know, maybe you can make an argument when they tried to pull him out of the vehicle, his pants got snagged and his pants came down, but then they dragged him out further and they left his pants down. I don't know, I tend to think that his pants were probably down beforehand. Call me crazy. A few other media outlets have reported additional information about the accident, including the Daily Mail saying the male SUV driver nearly had his penis bitten off. The Star reporting the collision may not have been life-threatening to anyone involved, but the SUV driver stepped out of his vehicle with some pretty serious bite injuries to his manhood and is lucky to still have his penis intact. Oh my God. Oh my God. Media has been unable to confirm those details. Media reached out to the Fort Lauderdale Police Department for comment, and a spokesperson referred us back to the FLFR as they handled the incident and provided information last night when it occurred. We have submitted a public records request for the accident report, and we'll update this article if more information becomes available. So look, some people are like, I don't know where they got this information from. It might not be true. But the original report was from a local media outlet, and they even said that at the beginning here, they say the fire department said, yeah, that was kind of what was going on. But then later on, it looks like they changed their story. I don't know, but his pants were down when they pulled him out of the truck and he was on the road. His pants were down. And they say, bite injuries, he was probably getting his meat sucked. I think that's probably what was happening. Look, to dudes who are getting roadhead, for the love of God, bro, be careful. Like, just be careful. I will say, is it dangerous? It is slightly dangerous because, well, actually, I shouldn't say that. It depends on the dude in many respects, because if you're a toe pointer, if you like to keep your legs straight as you engage in sex acts, then that's a little dangerous, because then, you know, your legs want to like get straighter and stiffer. And so if you're like a toe pointer or a leg straight type person, could be a little bit dangerous. I mean, when you actually nut, it's probably dangerous, because there's a solid, 5 seconds there, 10 seconds there where you're just feeling euphoria and you probably zone out a touch, and it's hard to control your foot as you're doing it. I do think that probably 95% of the time it's definitely manageable and it's not too dangerous, but there is some people, man, it would be dangerous for some people. So if you're going to do roadhead, there should be a roadhead test as to whether or not you should be allowed to get sucked off as you drive a car. It should be like, they should test if you're a toe pointer or a leg straight type person. They should test when you're nutting, how long you appear to be on cloud nine. And they should determine, there should be a scale. And they should determine based on the scale where you fall, if it's acceptable for you to get your shit sucked. I'm obviously joking about all this. My actual opinion is, if that was really going on, I feel bad that they crashed. That sucks. And I feel worse for the FedEx guys who didn't do anything wrong at any point of the way, and they just got crashed into by an asshole who was getting his dick sucked. Anyway, it looks like everybody's going to be okay. That's a good thing. PSA, y'all. When getting roadhead, be extra aware and extra careful, because you don't want this happening to you. Ever since Adpocalypse, when YouTube defunded all independent news and politics overnight, we haven't trusted them. We know they can pull the rug out from underneath us at any time. If you enjoy this content, please consider tipping $1 or $2 per month on the Secular Talk Patreon. Link in the video description box below. Thanks for your support.